Ladies and gentlemen, Dave.
Oh boy, I'm very nervous. No pressure. Movement. I can't remember about Black America. And there's white Americans, well. So if you don't mind, this. I imagine we could just edit it out. Let's try. I am. All right, good. Let's just play around with it and see what package on, and then. All right.
5, 2, 1.
When you lose, let's do it again. Do it again. We'll get it right.
Here we go, Dave. 5, 4, 2.
Starting out in Washington, D.C., right here in this city. I'll never forget this. It was a comedy and profanity. He said it offended as a cause of major concern in the circuit, and we all called his come, and it was the clubians, it was the class owners laid out their case in these clubs because, and there's a comedian to this day, he was right here and stood up and tell you because it's important to the story. He says, because I don't have an incident in my house. I like musicians. It's their instrument. It's your laughter that I scored to. So favorite American composers.
John, I lose my Mac dog. He called me. Yes, he did. What did he call me? Sometimes he was a tree.
When you stop and think, my people, only he's a white man and 40,000.
See, in my neighborhood, the kids' reaction to that whole. They just don't bleed a reindeer through Harlem after.
In truth, white fan, like people around you, we all different color. Almond, pecan, vanilla, right, and damn near white.
We come from the first people that thought.
Where am I? And how do you get?
Maybe like 30 years of just singing, a black lady used to sing. What was her name? Mary Anderson. And this place where they couldn't sing here. And here we are, like 22-year-old need to hold his. God, I gotta go now.
Janelle Monáe, Wills Gladys Knight, and John Onion.
You ladies are right. Your lives look terrifying. They did woman, but I know fear. I was 17. You know what I did to make money? I used to want to clean their money up. One time I did a real good called me in the back room. $5,000. It's probably 18, 19. I'm scared. That money in my backpack. I started heading towards Brooklyn. Never. I never somebody else would want. Jesus Christ, if motherfuckers in the pack, they kill. Then I shit. That pussy on me all the time. I'm in a dealing with. Tell you right now. He'll talk. Give me a pussy, say put it, I'd be like, nigga, I can't accept it. But that's, man, you know. Everybody gets jokes. It's the best time to say them. But now than ever, and I know this motherfucker to speak recklessly. New York, the Louis C.K. his own stomach. You know, I've busted a lot of nuts in mine. None of them were newsworthy. Really gross, because they didn't just say it like on the stomach. They said it, Pulitzer Prize heads. It was very descriptive. Semen shot out, progeny drizzling down his freckled penis. It slowly dripped a crown of red. Geez, rancheros and these niggas is... Comedian, knowing the motherfucker, comes up to me like, did you know? Did you know what Louis was doing? Not know. Talk about it at the comedy club. Hey, man, I was just jerking off and coming on my own stomach. Hasn't seen us? No, I didn't know. Ran like grease. Tell me, Dixie, pull it up, I'll fight. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I don't know the quote. You get... like the turning point. I mean, you know, I was terrible. Louis was the only... motherfucker. He was the only one that made me like... Because all his friends is reading this. He's surprising people. I just picture all the comics and It's terrible. I know, you're right. You are right. At the same time, I mean, you know what I mean. Louis, that was like disproportionate. I can't tell. This is C.K. masturbating, ruining my bird. Dare say, madam, you ever had a dream? Come on, man, that's a bad spirit, nigga. That shit is too much. You know what this show and tell pro, you know what that is? Program that the FBI had a program. One of the many things they would track the sex anyone they consider. It was a lip on sex tapes with Martin Luther King for us. Jerk off in front of doctor. Continue this movement. Black people must be stopped. I didn't know this now and jerk off like they get a couple of drinks and chill. Show business sounded like weak. I'm not supposed to say that, but one of these ladies was masturbating with him. How the vibe in show business if this is an actual ma'am, I'm just saying, I'm held accountability in these women. Who I am. I has been fucking. I don't know what this night to end. The most I much as them. Because I lost it all. I don't talk about it. Worked all your life for something to work out. Think about it. It's gone footers. I watch other niggas that become very famous. The world go on without learning the laws of it. Coming back. Fine. I am. I really. Like when they write about me dead, reading it like, yeah. They say that a person can't believe, but it's probably true. Boy, I got a long bank, 32 years. I could close night. There's so many free night. Most smiling. It's like from there. All different colors, all different kinds, smiling for 30 at the night. Comedian take that for good God, this is my professions. Rob Love, he said comedy is the pad where you can use everything. And that's true more than you know. Use it. Afraid, don't button your lip. Anyway.
I first became aware of Dave for the first that he posed to play that role that he played. Kind of saw him, and I was like, that kid will be fun.
I try to be. It's time for Reggie. Hey, woo!
So much smarter than everyone. Dave is the most intellectual comedian.
It took us 400 years to figure out that white people national anthem. No spirit. Nigga on the rocket. Stand up!
Art form and on the culture. Voice of his generation, even close to him.
No, and that's where was tour.
What did Chappelle say to you?
We were doing it together. It was during his run.
Yes.
I was on one of the shows. I said, man, I'm gonna do comedy before they're doing here. I don't even know if I'm funny enough to be here. I'm a really funny guy, but what am I doing? He said, you don't understand something funny. He says, I know. He said, you're. And he said, not everybody can be interesting to listen to what they're saying. Of life experience that. What they have, that changed my perspective. If I can hear the I'm engaged.
Piece of advice, not only for buddy,
right.
Because the thing that I love about Chappelle is he will go an interesting
He's the
guy.
most that people, many people are friends all over the world.
Yes.
Dave Chappelle, interesting. It's how he tween the jokes.
Side, done that shit to that kid. Years old. Carry a grown man for 30 years. Christ, he must have been busting it. The saddest part is, carry that secret for 6 more months. I would get to know how house.
Loved. I can't believe this is long enough that we're like the. That I'm like, because he was already a made guy. So I always look at him like he. Just when I watch his act, I'm like, this is a good couple. And the reality is, I think he's only than I have or something like that. And two is just. With all that's changed, all of this fucking crap, how you changed it all. Just like that same guy back in the day when I used to go to the and watch him. And at 2 in the fucking morning, going, how do you do that? 2 in the morning in front of up on the show, like an hour, and they just want to go home. That boom, he just starts fucking.
Dave's a beast, man. That's the only man in my heart. I'm like, okay.
Do you watch him? Do you watch him?
Totally. I got Chappelle. I got there's competition.
True.
That's my man right there.
I gotta make, because without this person, Mom. Mother. Mom. You have no idea. Giving birth to me, that was with the fact, well, Yeah, I knew the word griot was a person in Africa. For keeping the stories everyone would tell a griot, remember them all, so that they could tell. They got old, they say, and a griot dies, it's like it's burnt down. Tell me, before I ever thought about being a griot, every story of black hate in African-American studies stay in the context of being raised in a hostile, have to tame. 5 years old, I was a nightclubber in an adult world. Crack epidemic was going outside and be scared of none. But early in my career, my mom used to sit in the club. You do a full day of work, I'm asleep just waiting for me to go to my show every night. All right is home. How many others say, pussy joke? I was sitting and I would be scared. The father used to tell me this thing, said this to me more than once. Sometimes you can be the lamb, I'm the lion. When it comes word to word, gab with the best so I can chill. And that's why I love my art form. Competition of it, whether I agree where they're coming from. They want to be, there's something they notice, they do it. Love it saved my life.
I can see why I see these motherfuckers. Which is a big deal for me. I do Chappelle show, sleep for like half an hour, minutes, and I go back to work. This particular day, I got to hook up everybody at the park. Rick James, bitch. You mind my kids? Can we take a day off? I said, this is the most I've ever seen in my life. Rick James, bitch. Oh, I was fed, caught that motherfucker with the upper, knocked his head clean.
Oh my God, oh my, Mickey Mouse.
But I see that shit. Blacks and whites don't, you know who don't have no beef in people? I see how y'all be doing. Y'all just, only people is other Asian people. You call a Korean guy, they'll flip out. Hey, what make you think I'm Chinese? I am Korean. I look Chinese. Yes, motherfucker, you do. It's an accident. All look Chinese. It's a mistake. Some people say all black been out of shape. We know police. Okay? Learn to live.
Grandmother used to sing that when she the Negro spiritual work song. Yeah. You guys might whistle when you were. You dig? Oh, what kind of work we're at? It has to do with race. I go there and I travel. A race, if you will. Different from region to region. Anyone ever been down south? So you get, and the racism is just perfect. True to a perfection. Comfortable, it's out in the, there are Mississippi. Everybody knows the deal. Morning, sir. Yeah. And it's different. It's always a secret like them. We should keep our, with limits. You don't want to say be a little much. White dude be walking down the street, my brother walk up to him, hello, Presser, you. Hello, my big lips. Hey, honky. So, Whitey, what did you do today? Oppressing new lands against their will? What did you do? Burn those big black lips, driving of you? All this chit-chat has got me. You will go to the Korean store and get some. Hello. You slanted-eyed, ruining the stores and taking the money out the... Brows around, suspicious looking. After a while, you can't help it if you and we brought up generalizations. We rarely look at individuals. No, I'm a racist. You know how I know? I caught myself being mixed up. Whose team I was on? Paper, man, this story came on. I was suing a department store. Santa Claus, you know, because he's black. And I was actually like released or beat him. That's bad. I'm ready for that. For the idea of a black Santa Claus. So we wouldn't get our presents till 9.
Sorry, in Vegas. I had to sell some
Comedy when I was 14. Get the first time I was on. And introduced me was a guy named, I'm 47. I can do the introduction like it was yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, this age is career tonight. We may be witnessing. Please welcome. From the first time that I ever held a microphone, sure this was it.
I knew I had, and my God, man, I was a. From the moment I started to be a braggart, I'm telling you, that was in awe of me. Little boy, so they used to say. I was better, but during the AIDS epidemic, having a Goodyear condom. Remember the joke? Something about them by Goodyear. I just remember like that joke. And there was an older comedian came to me one night after the show. Listen, I got an audition at another, and I was wondering, I just want to borrow a kid. I don't know any better. I'm like, sure, if it'll help your career. I let him do the joke. Weeks later, comedy club, and after the show, man, I don't mind you borrowing back. Oh, I forgot that. Let me buy that bus. And I'm just starting out. I need all the idea being to demolate the fast money for my work. I said, I can't do it. Forget this. Old child. This man. So I could see how big to me, really, I can just take it. And he did. I got scared. I was a child. Never forgot that. Never forgot that. I was 57 now. I think about it. When I look at my own kids and they are, I can't get that to me. Think about it every day. This thing that happened to me. Think about it every day, because that was the first with someone else. But in my career, it has happened many when someone would intend to take something. Hey, story. Now I'm 18, and I just road tour. Go tour, I'll spare you New York, but my rent is paid. $50 to my name, and a woman that I had met in Dominican bitch. She was going to spend the weekend. Couldn't wait for her to get there. She was coming. I only had 6 for a whole to entertain a bad bitch. Now I'm walking through Greenwich, something I've never seen before. You know what that is? I had the whole thing. The table was 3 cards and hollering, and he was like, card, and people were playing. Sometimes they lose, and I'm standing there watching. While I'm watching them play this, the red card, the one had just a little bend. And the guy doesn't seem to know that red. I'm going to the table, and I said, let me play. Last $60 to shuffle and find the red card. And I kept watching down the table, make sure I kept my... And when he stopped shuffling the card, I pointed, here it is right. And he flipped it over, and it was black. My money. How did this nigga do that? I was confused. There. Watched him. I played the game. And I realized who was doing all that hoot. My God, they were in on the... I felt so wrong, stupid. And the table was about to put his... Fuck that, man. Don't put in on it. It's a trick that. The guy that was huge. My collar. He was when he grabbed me. I was... I'm sure saw the fear in my face. And that fear, he looked hard to soft. Often. The way a father would look. And he said to me, young man, ever a man in his meal. I never, most weeks for years to learn. It took me 2 seconds. Somebody in their pay. Man's livelihood is killing him. Look, it was way more intense. I don't know what you read, but the kid in his waistband, caliber pistol. That shit was screaming. Oh my God. He's got a gun. Back, but I was scared. It was with me, it was ours. If they had shot stage at the Hollywood Bowl, pay you to do, Travis. Travis G'd up, Travis wrestled, and then he took it like this. He couldn't. So he pulled, wasn't a gun, a knife blade. I guess this kid was gonna stab shit. So the next show, I said, I gotta get right back on. Screamed out, Dave, tack. There was journalists in the room. All I said, a knife that identified. I got sense for that joke. I didn't even write. That was not. And then the New York Post interviewed my attacker like he was. Turns out the entire attack. Yes, into jokes about the homeless. I mean, there's no way I could have known this. Say, for a homeless guy, there's incredible seats. And they said I'd done LBGTQ. Turns out this fellow was a B. That was the headline in the article. It said, alleged attacker is by. Said, alleged attacker? This motherfucker tape. Bisexual. I'm going to need to see him suck some of my article. I read that shit in the paper. I was horrified. I could have been. No, you know what though? Because after all that madness and so, and my wife was in there alone, like sobbing. What's wrong with you, bitch? Did you get attacked too? And she's crying. God, David, if you had died, me and the kids would have nothing. So I sat down on the bed and I reached in my pocket. I pulled some keys for her. She said, "What are those keys?" Placed them in her hands. Sweetheart, my safe deposit box. God forbid it happened to me. But if it does, you and the kid in that box. And she was, and I could see her mind actually talking about. Then she just started crying. To be honest with you, that made me, and we hugged it. Box while I'm alive and away. Who does that? Oh my God. Then she was mad at me. She said, "God," I said, "You did?" She said, "Yes, I did." Nothing. Except you're stupid. Well, sweetie, look. Those jokes exactly how they're written. She's like, "Good joke." Maybe my watery grape. No, I feel real bad for it. Everybody feels. Oh, they get dogs, they're dead. All dead, all right? I've seen a gathering of 50 Native Americans. The place is called New Mexico. I've never seen Indians before. Indians. It's fucked up. But that's not the section. Say something. Oh, excuse me. I don't mean to be rude. And he was cool. Yes, I mean, still didn't believe. I had to test him to be sure. There's a wrapper in my pocket, so I threw it on the floor. And I said, "Oh shit." I had so many questions. A Navajo word. I studied you in social. You're a hunter-gatherer. Call it. Call it. He said, "I am an alcoholic." I said, "Well, what's your name?" "Dog is my cousin." "My name is..." "What is..." And that shit called me. My name was Dave. The name Running Coyote. Just don't fit spot. What? Name's Blackfeet. Then I changed the subject. Forget. Why don't we get together tonight? We could have open ritual. We need to celebrate. It was beautiful. It was just all sitting around. Them Indians was back with a long half and put it in front. Open that shit up and pipe with feathers and bags of weed. Over. The big ones are 25. Me and those Indians, we was talking, I cut them off. Sorry in the smash, man, the weeds, this is PCP, the chief, the spirits. And it's calm down, Blackface. I said, "Hey, get easy." "Blackfeet, you're welcome to stay amongst night. Spirits leave you." I gave him my own teepee, which sounds nice. I put up, you know, it's like, why can't I sleep? Nigga, I can't be on this grave. Indians is rude, man. Indians, they eating corn and shit. Cheetos, I think they call it. They only see the surface in our foods. Chicken and... Let me tell you something. If you don't like what's wrong with you, motherfucker, where are all these people that watermelon? About how bad it is. I'm waiting for chicken to... I'll do it for free. They make fun of Latin. What y'all eat? Beans, corn. Reason to hate a motherfucker, all right? But it's not a reason to hate. The only reason these things is because people eat. You've been very shit a secret amongst yourselves. I study white people on you. Not even for school, nigga, just the independent research. I'm spending so hard. Follow you around grocery stores. I had a peek in the cart. They always seem... Chicken and giblets are over there. You must be lost. Vegetables. Drink. See how quiet. Prize, motherfuckers, you didn't know. Oh, look at what? What is it? Black people don't have the privilege because they same formula. Black friends over, Todd. Todd, care for a glass of grape. Nigga, what the f? Drink, baby. It's purple. I don't think. What? If you want, what the fuck is? I want some. Sunny Delight, when all the kids, they all run to the fridge. All right, I got any D. As soon as they say something, watch the black kid in the back. That kid, he'd be like, I want. It's drink, nigga. That is drink. They want drink. I want all of them back. And sugar, water, and of course, purple. Too fucking much. Talk about tonight. First of all, smoking weed. Black people, you didn't let me finish. I'm sorry, black people, but I can't smoke with you. Every time I smoke weed, all you talk trials and tribulations. I'm sick of that shit. I'm smoking weed to run away from my weed exclusively with white people. Motherfuckers, you went by the. You got good weed comp. All white people talk about is other. I listen to that shit all night. Tweet, it's fucking smack. And 2 shots of Jaeger, tequila, cheeseburger. That shit is great. Pass out, white people. White dudes always do some borderline as a sleep. Frank fell asleep so fast and balls. Like, do that to a friend of yours. He tried, you gonna put a carrot in his ass? Right now, if I put a carrot, kill you when he wakes up for some shit. Automatic death sentence. It's a rap for you. That motherfucker. I thought y'all was friends, babe. What happened? I fell asleep at his house. And I'm gonna kill that motherfucker, all right? And fuck Carol. I don't deal with jails and I don't deal. My house got, I didn't even call the police. But I couldn't. It's too nice. Too nice, but nice for me. You know. Open the door, they'll be like, oh, Johnson. Apparently this black guy of his family like it. Man, I had to bail a friend. No, that was horrible. Scared into the belly of the beast. I tried to look as now. Hi. Hey. Okay. While you're here, walk this way, we can process. Spitting those damn. Call the police, but now, tell you who I blame. Those the same brother and over again. Who does this look like? I want to know what they say when it's up. You know what I mean? Being there. Hey, that tried to rob you. Yes, I. Tall, I'd say 6. He had his hat on. That's was on back. Okay, big lips, big nose. No more, sir. I'll draw him from memory. And we can trace this guy and say. They get on the rears, calling all cars. Male between 4 and 380 pounds. Please get this man. I don't even know. They can. They got forensics. You ever seen forensics? Those guys find thinks about looking for. Pubic hair anywhere near a crime. They're gonna find it. What the hell is that? Etch. Then they look at the pubic. The struggle. Time of death 3. What time on court TV? Embarrassing. Dog case. I knew that. I could feel it. Offended himself too hard. And his answers had nothing to do with irrelevant. Were you anywhere on the night of the incident? I worked at Burger King. He was like, got fed up. Said, I've had enough. Called the forensics to the stand. Forensics was like, Your Honor, you're prepared to testify. We found the stove. I said, God. Prince. Man, you've been there at least. But I want to know. Under the you find some, or do you like this place? Walk in and slip. God, what was that? Crowd scene. Burglars doing. So we got the stuff. Let's get out of here. Leave my calling card. The seaman. Ain't nothing anymore. I don't. I watched TV the other day. Maybe I'm have nothing to do with. But know what a commercial surprise nowadays. Commercial. The lady got the black. This lady come on TV with a black. crack. My husband beats me. And then a voice came up, got milk? Man, saying I'm a commercial expert than that. Just make it nice and simple. And if that doesn't will, boy, I tell you that. Titties are industry in 19... They are. I know they are. This week at 3 o'clock, and now that's bad. Because it wasn't like, said, let me swing. Specifically, tits. It's in there. If a guy runs up to you on the... Hey! Don't go in that girl showing their breast. Be like a white dude in a horror. Better and... I'm going to want to see for myself. It's a weird place. I'm not saying I go there every once and then, but it's a weird place. Boss, all these guys coming in, dudes about to pick me out the crowd. Hey, buddy, sir, take your hat off. Disrespect. Yeah, I can shove a better not have a hat on when Sorry about... Here you go, Bubbles. Forgive me for... Popular now is because men in reality. The fantasy road. The situation is very... A lot of progress and it changed everything. Relationships anymore. I broke up with my Greek. Go back. Couldn't even argue. You should be able to argue. If you should be able... But see, you got to stick to the issue. Just to win them. That's why nothing ever gets done. Dishes, baby. Baby, before you put in the sink, put your ejaculator. Damn it. You know why you got to bring... I don't. It was right on. As far as I'm concerned, I can't be vilified all the time. I was... What were you... The time, baby, I'm down to a minute. Get mad at losing sex. Best time. And now... Faggot! And she said, because you are not... I'm not a nigger either. But you see, the time in what Kevin had to break in an unwritten and of show business. And I'm telling you the truth, the rule do in your artistic expression ever to upset alphabet people. Who I mean? Well, that took 20% of the alphabet. I'd want to conjure their anger. It's too late now. I'm talking B's and them G's, the T's. People be surprised. Everybody loves me and I love it with L's. I got friends who will be with G's. But hate my fucking... It's not their fault, it's mine. Telling jokes about... I don't want to write it. Stop! Together all the time, LB. And you think it's just one... all movement. They are together. And is... Let's go with this nigga probably got a babysitter. Get that shit out important. Wouldn't it be funny if we made fun of him? He's like, Mama's dead. Oh, no! Dead. Ah! Ah! Weird time phone call. What? It's like his phone is... And my guess, the G's are driving. Because there's white men and these people are trying to get around in oppression. And you know how white build these roads. In fact, we built these roads. Pull up, we'll get you to where you want to go. So the passenger seat. No, the G's don't like them that much. The G's always on them. It's unnecessary. They just be like, the L's and the G's, back seat. Everybody. If it's one thing to agree on, it's a fucking gross. They seem, you know what I mean? They're just sitting in there. I'll fuck anybody in this car. And sitting next to the big back seat by themselves. That's the T's. Everybody respects the T's, but resents the T's. It's his fault, but everyone in the car just are making the trip. It gets on everybody's nerves. And hey, they should be in the back talking to I'm hot. Fuck out. Okay, no damn. You. What? Just said I was hot. I need to use the restroom. There is not a restroom. Thanks, nigga. Will you just, so we can get where we're going? And just when that comes, the cues are on the road. Some white dude. That guy might be one of us. Hey, are you okay? You need some help? He was leaning on the window. Fellas. Whatever back. I'm going. If I'm gay or I'm straight, all I know, get in this car. And they make him get in and sit and feel bad for tease. Confusing. I feel like they needed jokes. Because I didn't come up with this idea that a person, but they had a hilarious predicament. It's really fucking funny. Happened to me, you'd laugh, wouldn't you? It wouldn't be funny if it happened to me. What if it did? What if Chinese? But that's not funny.
It's been said that I was transgender employees. I would have accepted, confused about what we were saying. I said, boy, I heard what you said. Safe working environment, it seems like, I don't go to the office anymore. I want everyone to know, media frames this that it's me. Do not blame the community for any of this shit with them. It's about what I can say. Hey. Every community has been nothing but, so I don't know what out. In summer 2020, when the whole world, I was out to shows, field, and he let me throw shame from all over the country and the world. The best comedians came to my home, and we lived our lives to keep moving forward. I made a whole document. The first night, some of you might have seen, and I dealt with the death of George Floyd. Invited to every film festival, those invitations I accepted. This controversy came out closer, hiding me from these films. And now, company, not a movie festival, nobody will film. Thank God, he's the only one that. The transgender community, to give you, but you will not summon me. Ending to any. I'd be more than willing some conditions. You cannot come watch my special from to a place of mind and a time choosing. Thirdly, you must Gatsby is not funny. I desperately want people to see, but I understand since nobody will touch it, I will make it available of you. And 10 going on sale, and you will be able to entirety, and you can see what they're from seeing for yourself. Sensation, and that is only you have to answer the question or not. Then let you very much.
Taking it too far, I don't know how everybody got sensitive. You know who hates me? Gender community. Oh yeah, these motherfuckers. I mean, these motherfuckers said about that last Netflix. What to do about it, cause never had a problem with them. Just in front of everybody and group of people they have to admit. I'm hilarious, man. I'm sorry. I've never seen a hilarious predicament, sense of humor about it. They're born feeling than they're born as, and you know, if it's not happening to you, it's like in the news all the time. Rachel, she's dressed up like a nigga, shot her way very top of blackness. I just wanted to meet her, just so I just wanted to like have dinner, her eyes, or a nigger to her face. The fuck is that bitch talking black? That is stop biting. difference between her and a trans. I believe transgenders in them either, but I know what they say. Them niggas cut they. That's all. Nigga, wait, don't need it. But I don't understand. Call your decision, motherfucker. How far to go? What is Rachel Williams can believe that she's one of us? Lean on your house. In a mixtape that probably. She didn't even change her name. Didn't even. Her name is believe in that name. If you want my son, your name to the black. But you're gonna have to change your name to name than that. Back on paper. If you type Drake and B, shit will log off automatically. People get mad, bro. Get mad about everything I say. I was doing a show, a hotel, said with cheese. I came back to my room later. On my desk. So I assume that whoever wrote, friend of mine, this is not some kind of name. But then I opened the letter. I don't know this person at all. Letter that I have found. And even though I'm great, I don't read. Be nice if I did. What am I saying? It's like trying to chill. And wishes from strangers, but I'd already opened it. And you know what, man? This letter. Fucking nice in the letter. And what it was like to come to the word. How much fun. And then they said, when I got to my jokes about that they were devastated. Because her letter was trans. I'm going to be real for a second. As a policy, I never feel bad anything I say up here. And I wouldn't, I hadn't locked your phones up. When I read this letter, the shit made, I didn't feel bad about what I felt bad. Nobody else feel bad. You know what I said that I have so many transgender. But I feel like it was this joke I'm about to tell. And it's not, it's a true joke. I mean, I had read in the paper, was contemplating posing an issue of sports. I know politically correct to say, figured, fuck it, you know, sometimes some stats. I don't know why you're gonna cram the sports page. I just didn't think that was the saying anything like Kate mad at her for doing it. If I'm mad at, I'm probably just, you understand? I know strong enough to not look at those pictures. I don't think I'm ready to see what she's through with this thing. Bitch, you should go all the way style. Do you know what hustle style means? Spread. How she spreads a little bit. Behind the curtains. I don't know what I said that. When I read, in the moments after something, I mean in America, or the money to do, thought about. Asked myself a very basic, directly contemplated. I said, these jokes do with trans, and the answer, absolutely. Fuck you guys think I am? Understand all the, but I do understand that those types disqualify you from happiness and safety. But if my problem has never gender people. He's been with the dialogue transgender people. Like, these things shouldn't in front of the blacks. It's fucking insulting. All these people feeling like giving a fuck of us. And I cannot, this awful suspicion reason everybody's genders is because men want to do it. I just said, if it's that way, or black dudes being like, hey y'all, we feel like, shut up, nigga, no one has. Come on, everybody. Reeks of white privilege. Ask yourself why was he change his gender than to change his fuck. I want to be brutally honest. Been mad at the transgender, 'cause I was at a club in L.A. Dance with one of these niggas. Right? I had no idea. And then the light knuckles, I said, oh. And every me, didn't you say anything? Then I heard that. I felt wonderful time. And I wasn't sure how I'd feel. Going home, I don't want. I said, how 2 songs left? I mean, I ended up having breakfast together. All grown. His titties are as real. It's 2 o'clock, a little friction from a stranger. Types when he's young. I wouldn't even mistake. It was a wild night out. But I'm 44 now. All right. Well, different. I mean, you know, money on, he probably did that shit. Well, he did. You know what's dope? I was doing this shit, and I'm sitting backstage in my dress. Chick, Dream Hampton, tells me, right before I'm working on a documentary, would you like to be in? Oh, bitch, I'm cool. I just forgot about the shit. Documentary comes out. So if it comes out, and she keeps bringing me up. Hell, to be in my documentary, said it was too hot. Bitch, I did not say like how I talk. Oh, that's to say that shit. But I'm gonna tell you guys in the documentary. And this point enough. I didn't do it. Very important. This nigga at all. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about him. I don't hang out with this nigga. So what the fuck for? This guy, R. Kelly, he's more sex tapes than he's like the tapes. Damn, nigga. So, new one so bad that I've never seen a cuter in Chicago came conference and read a transcript. Ever heard of such thing? This nigga, the sex tape. So bad that R. sounded guilty in. His age was mentioned. And that was the idiot. He was fucking her like the old pussy I've ever had. And she was like, you like this for this for that? I'm like, man, you need something to work with. You supposed to be on the tape like this 36-year-old. Your lawyer gonna be like, Your Honor, clearly 36 times in the tape. I know, you know what I mean? No such thing as it. I say, and if you flicks, remember, bitch, you. Doesn't matter what. Eventually, like, look, I don't, but they even got. Can you imagine such something? It was Dream. That's what he told. Remember when he told me? Because I was thinking, well, it's an awfully strange. The Oscars. And did. That's who. And against all the odds, famous comedian in this world, and he got the job that only had. He was going to host Oscars. And I don't know what you. Kevin Hart is as close to perfect as seen. In fact, is precisely shy of being. And it made some very homeless. And what he said is Atlanta. Gay men here to knives. Anybody? All right, I'll tell you what, but not my words. These, and it was a long paraphrasing because I'm not good at. Okay. That if his little son or exhibiting around the house that he chants gay, and then he said he all house over that gay community was furious, and I don't blame him. Got a lot of gay friends.
All of them, 100% of them, all heard stories about the shit they had to be themselves. Crazy. And all those stories, I gotta say, I never mentioned anything like father, fucking dollhouse. Kevin was joking. To buy this nigga a dollhouse first place. Does that sound right? That the community was upset, and on the Academy of Motion Pictures, Kevin and said, if you community, then you can. And then Kevin said, fuck wit. And then he went and apologized for 6 weeks. And Kevin, I've made the same mistake years ago, 15 years ago. So there's thank you. On network television, standards and department that tells you what you cannot say on television. Well, you should never hear from a show. You'll hear from all the time. 15 years ago, I made him do anything wrong. Actresses, they call me up. I like the lady that runs the fair, and it was one of my. So she sits me down. Tells me, "Oh, the sketches are good." Well, then why am I here, David? There, you can ever say, "Faggot." Our network. I didn't know I did anything wrong. I didn't try. Fuck it, I'll take it out. Have a good evening. It occurred to me. Hey, question. It's just a question. Seriously, why is it that the word nigger? Can't say the word cause David not gay. I said, well, I'm not a nigger either. I didn't realize at the time the hard way is we were an unspoken rule. And if I say it, the rule is that no artistic expression you ever upset alphabet people. You know who I mean. Those people that took 20 books. The letters, but I don't want to. I'm talking about them L's and surprise. I have friends that loves me and I love everybody else. I got friends who will be with G's. But G's hate my blame them. It's not their can't stop these niggas. I hate these jokes, but I just